CNA Monthly Training for November 2023, Positivity and Professionalism in Human Services. Professionalism is the way in which people interact with coworkers, clients, and the public. While degrees and categories of professionalism vary from one line of work to another, many of the basic rules remain the same. Individuals who exhibit professionalism are typically viewed in higher regard by their clients, their families, and coworkers. The way you look on a job says a lot about the degree of professionalism you have and how you view your role with your agency. Always be clean and well-groomed and follow attire standards according to dress code. Resist the urge to wear tight, revealing clothing or items not seen in a typical human services environment. Dressing in a conservative but comfortable manner conveys a sense of professionalism and respect for your job, your clients, their families, and visitors. A professional attitude is positive and doesn't criticize others. We should never repeat gossip or encourage negativity among our colleagues. Don't complain publicly, talk badly about coworkers, clients, or their families. Leave personal issues at home and don't waste your time or that of your fellow employees with negativity. Always communicate in a professional manner. Having respect for others in a professional sense involves understanding boundaries, using appropriate language, and not criticizing the opinions of others. Professionals respect each other's time, talents, and abilities, and don't overstep bounds. This means being on time for appointments, finding something of value in others' work, and giving feedback and constructive criticism in a thoughtful manner. Respect for shared space includes cleaning up after yourself, sharing resources, and not polluting common areas with loud sounds, smells, or clutter. Common courtesies of professionalism include greeting others with a handshake or fist bump, using professional titles and formal writing styles in correspondence, email, and using niceties such as please and thank you when making requests. Avoid crude or foul language. Refrain from foul or inappropriate language as well as rude or off-color insensitive jokes. Not only is this against policy, but is harmful to the social environment. Nothing poisons an environment more than foul language, even if it's not directed towards anyone. Use of foul or threatening language can be considered maltreatment if used in the presence of clients, even if not directed towards individuals served. Cursing, yelling, and screaming at others at work is an attempt to gain power, with the goal to control and intimidate others. As a result, it is abusive towards staff and individuals served, and isn't tolerated or excused. Supervisors must address these behaviors as they occur by their staff and set an example themselves by displaying appropriate social skills. Staff subjected to this treatment by their supervisors should report this up the chain of command. Phones are not to be used at work except at staff's break or if approved by the supervisor. Phones are to be always kept on silence. Phones should be kept away and not available to individuals served at any time. Taking photos at work on personal phones without expressed approval from administration is against policy. Professional behavior commands a sense of honesty and ethical behavior. This includes always representing yourself and CHDC well in discussions inside or outside the facility. Grievances should be reserved for discussions with your supervisor. Strive to meet all obligations as agreed upon and make good on any promises that are delayed, or don't promise what you can't deliver. Avoid both real or perceived conflicts of interest to the best of your ability. Being positive with all interactions. According to YA's training, 10 performance standards. Number 1. Speak to all people politely, clients, staff, family, and visitors. Remember, all people are all people. Number 2. Include people in conversations. Don't talk about individuals served when they are present without including them in the conversation. And never discuss an individual's inappropriate behavior in front of them. Number 3. Use positive verbal and nonverbal communication. CPI teaches that body language, posture, proximity communicate louder than words to individuals that have a hard time understanding. Also, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Number 4, explain things in ways that people can understand. Whether you're working with a new staff person on on-the-job training or an individual who needs lots of direction, ensure you explain things in ways that everyone can understand. Number 5, encourage people to think and act. Don't just tell someone, teach them. You do that by explaining as you demonstrate, have them practice the skill in front of you, correct as usual, then have them do the entire task or the part being trained until they can do it by themselves or with any necessary help. Number 6, teach individuals to do as much as possible for themselves. If an individual can do most of a task with only a little bit of assistance, then to provide them with that little bit of assistance, but let them do the rest. This will help them feel more accomplished and become more independent. This and keeping people safe is probably the most important part of our job. Number 7, include people in decision making. Help individuals in making decisions for themselves. That means we have to offer them choices. Number 8, respect an individual's desires, needs, and values. Thankfully, everyone is different. Helping someone reach their goals is most important. Number 9, consider a person's feelings and concerns. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes helps you to understand the person better and accept them. Number 10, in disagreements, listen to each other's point of view. There's always another side to every disagreement. If we follow the 10 performance standards, we set a standard that will always be best practice. After completing this training, be sure and complete the short test and have it turned into your supervisor for grading. If you have any suggestions for more monthly training topics, call Staff Development at extension 267. Thank you.